Natalie Sideserf here, Sideserf Cake Studio, and I'm going to show you how I made a red onion cake. Here I've made my red onion a comfy foil chair, and I'm just going to let him relax a little bit while I prepare my food color and I collect an assortment of brushes. The first thing I want to do is start off with a piece of vanilla wafer paper, which is going to be my edible onion skin. I wet a soft bristled mop brush with some water, and I pick up some purple food color, and then I just paint large swaths of color onto my wafer paper. Then I turn it over, and I give the other side the same treatment, making sure that I get that wafer paper nice and saturated. Then I place it right onto the onion, where I'm gonna let it sit and dry. Then I repeat this step a few more times, laying that wet wafer paper over the real onions. Let the wafer paper dry overnight and then carefully peel it away from the onion. So sometimes the paper pops right off the onion, and then sometimes you have to peel it away. You really want to try your best not to tear it too much. Now, if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while now, then you probably know that this is actually the second onion cake that I've made. Just like the shoe cake I made a couple weeks back, this cake was made for the dudes at Dude Perfect. So they made a really fun video for their YouTube channel where contestants had to guess whether items on a table were the real thing or if they were cake. And this very onion was the cake. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. But before you do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. Now comes the cake. Finally, I've got some red velvet cake here with cream cheese buttercream, and I'm just going to carve it into a small ball, the size of an onion. Never would have guessed. Then I give it a crumb coat of purple buttercream before moving on and applying that first layer of wafer paper. Just like before, I take a sheet of wafer paper, I saturate it with purple food color and water, and this is going to be that base layer of the onion. Before I move on, I want to add some root texture to the onion with some modeling chocolate. So I just place the modeling chocolate right onto the cake, and I create texture with my sculpting tools and a hard bristled brush. The opposite end of this onion is more like a cone of layers of onion skin. So I'm going to use some more wafer paper to create that effect. I really just roll the wafer paper up and I use my scissors to fray the end. In my other onion cake video, the one from a couple years ago, you'll notice that this is a little bit of a different approach. So back then I used modeling chocolate for this, but I think that I like the look of that rolled up wafer paper better. I take some more food color and I paint some subtle thin lines onto another layer of onion skin. I'm trying to be careful not to overdo it too much. Then I add some dark tones into the crevices of the modeling chocolate. So there are a few different shades of brown I'm adding, and it's going to go into those pockets and those creases. And then there's some lighter colors that I'm adding to create some highlights. Now I'm going to take all my layers of onion skin and start gently applying them to the onion cake. I have some nice looking skins and then some not so nice looking skins. So I'm adding the ugly skins first so that those are the bottom layers, and I'm saving those really pretty skins for that outside layer. Lucky for me, onion skins aren't completely perfect in real life. So even if our skins look a little bit ragged, it's still going to look awesome. I promise. And there you have it, a realistic red onion cake. Do you want to know if I was able to trick the contestants into believing this cake is a real onion? Well, make sure that you check out the Dude Perfect video. There is a link in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do it now because we post new cake videos every Monday.